Alright, sorry if I rushed this a little bit, but like this is like my fourth take, so this video might not be that long. So deku, this is what if deku was a puppeteer. Don't forget to check out my Discord. A link will be in the description. Let's get straight into the video. Deku is at the quirk doctor, and he's told that he has a combination of his mom and dad's quirk. His dad quirk for this would just be a simple, like very weak mind control quirk, to the point where when Deku's dad uses it, they just go brain dead and they can't move. And then Inko's quirk will be a slightly stronger telekinesis quirk, to the point where she can, let's say, she can pick up a 2-year-old like no sweat. So Deku gets a combination of those quirk, giving him the ability to puppeteer, basically. Time skip to, well, let me explain a few things. Deku instantly like realizes, let's say that he was into puppets at the time, so like because it's his quirk, and I know like your quirk is a part of your personality or whatever. So let's say at the time he was just into puppets or whatever, like he was just going through a puppet phase. Perfect, his quirk is like puppets. So he's like, I can put on a puppet show, like I've seen puppet shows or whatever. So he starts putting on puppet shows at his school, and going from his school, he starts going to middle schools, from middle schools to high schools, all the way to the point where he is like actually making really good money off of it, and he's going like not out of state, but he's going to like high, like fancy like places and making money off of it. So to the point where when he is at the beginning of the anime, he misses the fight because he was moving, and let's say that he misses, like he loses something at the house, his old house, whatever, the apartment, whatever he was staying at. I low-key forgot. And he has to go get it, and that's why he runs into the sludge villain. He just uses his quirk on the sludge villain, and now I'm going to go into a little bit more depth on his quirk. When he uses it, it strains his body movement, where like he can't move as much, or the person that he is puppeteering will like fly around with his hands or whatever. And then the second thing is that it puts a strain on his mind, like just physically on his, because like it just takes a lot of energy. Let's just put it like that. Like it's just hard to move around somebody just by thinking about it. So it just gives him a headache if he does it for too long. And then the longer he does it, the better the headache gets, and that will be Deku's like weakness. Let's see. So sludge villain incident happens. Yeah, sludge villain incident happens, whatever. Then we can kind of just time skip through the 10 months of training. I don't have anything for the 10 months of training. The Bakio, like, standing up on the desk really never happens. And, well, it can happen, but it's not really important because Deku isn't there. Oh, yeah, we can time skip to the written part of the exam. And Deku does really good on this exam because he had a better education than he did before. So let's say that he moved up like 4 or 5 ranks, whatever you want. I really don't care. But 4 or 5. For the physical exam, let's just say that how much people, because I didn't think of that, how many people can he puppeteer at once? Let's say that he can puppeteer, for now, he can only puppeteer 2 people at once. But like when he gets better on, he can puppeteer more. So he puppeteers like this 2 background characters, and he starts. No, actually, let's say that he puppeteers Uraka and a background character, and this like a actual like background character that goes to the school. Because the way I'm going to do it is, even though that like he's puppeteering them, it goes to him, but it also goes to them. Like half the point is like it's divvied up. So like for 1 pointer, he'll get 1.5 points. For 2 pointer, he'll get 2.5 points. 3 pointer, 3.5 points. 0 pointer, fucking no points or whatever whatsoever. And the way that I'm going to do it like that is because he's not really fighting, so I feel like he should get a reduction in his points. I know he's using his quirk, but at the same time, he's just standing there moving his hands. And he's using other people to fight, and that's, making them not able to do anything against their will. So I feel like they'll be like, okay, let's just, actually, no, I take that back. Let's just have him mind control like two absolutely useless characters. Let's say one of their quirks was they can summon a sword out of nowhere, and then the other one was this like basic teleporting ability where like they can open up like a small portal and stick their hand through. And Deku just combines like the sword and has the guy throw the sword through portals at the 0 pointer, and not at the 0 pointer, just at the 1s and 2 and 3 pointers or whatever. And that will be that. I'm not going to go in depth in that. But for the Uraraka event, he instantly lets go of both of the people he's using. Like he knows they're useless, and then he instantly goes for Uraraka, and he starts puppeteering Uraraka and has her lift the rebel off her head. And when he puppeteers somebody, their bones, like they do not have bones. Like he can make them spin their head all the way around. And it's just like the way that his quirk works. Let's just say that they kind of turn into a puppet, but like they're not, actually turning into a puppet or whatever. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, he mind controls Uraka and gets her to get the rebel off. Then he goes for the laser beam dude, stomach, laser beam, whatever. He mind controls that dude and has him shoot it at the 0 pointer, and it really doesn't do nothing. So he instantly lets him go, and then he's still mind controlling Uraka. So he has Uraka use her quirk on her leg, making it float while she hops on away or whatever. And then as soon as Uraka gets far enough, he mind controls the let's say not mind control, because it works on not living objects. So he starts using his quirk on the 0 pointer, whatever. Whatever. Let's just say that it's mind control, but it's it goes beyond living objects or whatever. As long as it moves, he can mind control it basically. So yeah, he goes for the 0 pointer, knowing that he can't control all of the 0 pointer yet. He just goes for the legs and puts his whole body weight on it, and his whole he puts his whole body weight on his legs and just jumps backwards, making the 0 pointer stumble backwards. And then he gets up and then he just runs, and then that gets him the hero points or whatever. And then he gets, let's say that he gets third out of everybody or whatever for the physical exam. And then for the written, I already said 4 or 5. I'm going to end it off at the what's it called? Yeah, it's always a physical exam or whatever. So the 2 weeks go by. They talk in class or whatever. Uraka basically asks the Sam. Bakugo tries to say something to Deku, but Deku just does not have the energy for it. He's going to be kind of lazy and kind of just I don't have the time for this. When he doesn't want to do something, he would just mind control them, mind control the person and just have them walk away from him. And he really avoids conversations he don't want to be in. So he just uses his mind control quirk on Bakugo. I'm just going to call it a mind control quirk instead of puppeteer quirk, because actually they're actually kind of the same size word. Yeah, I'll just saying his quirk instead of mind control quirk over and over again. He uses his quirk on Bakugo, and he just has Bakugo sit there with his mouth quiet, and then like he makes him get his feet off the desk, and then Aizawa comes in, says like it took y'all 8 seconds to shut up or whatever, and then he tells them to get on their PE uniforms and meet him outside. They meet him outside. He explains what's happening. Because I don't feel like doing that in part 2. So he explains what's happening. And then, yeah, Shadow Master signing out. See you in the next part.